This is Radio TV Phono Nut, and welcome to the 2 for the price of 1 Sunday double feature. Today we're going to repair 2 radios, hopefully, in the same video. Radio number 1 is a plain Jane Zenith solid state AM set from 1969 according to the model number. You see on the back it uses a 4 transistor chassis. Chassis number 4ZT28, which means a 4 transistor chassis from the 69 model year. Alright, let's turn it on and see what happens. Oh, well, that ought to be easy to fix. Sounds like we have a bad filter capacitor. Okay, let's get this done. Here's the chassis, a mixture of American and Japanese parts. That red thing is what we need to replace. Okay, here we go. We replaced the original capacitor with 2 individual sections. We used an 82 microfarad for the original 80 and a 47 microfarad for the original 40. As you can see right there. Now let's apply power and see if it works.
1972.
Okay, that's a lot better. No hum.
From Phoenix, yeah. And no
Okay, the back's back on it. All we need to do is clean and polish the cabinet, which I'll do at a later date. Just want to get it working right now.
MER ABC News, presented by Sanders Air and Heat. Sanders Air and Heat performs precision tune-ups for efficiency, economy.
One million friends that
It's not really after sundown yet, so we're not going to get much distant reception, but this radio does really well considering what it is. It was probably Zenith's cheapest AM-only table radio for 1969. Now on to radio number 2. This is a Westinghouse from 1963, just a standard 5-tube set. And they must have been collaborating with General Electric when they built this, because the case is not held together with screws. It just simply snapped together.
Dine and drink. Get a petite sirloin.
It actually works better than the Zenith, but if you listen, there is some filter hum there.
That guy we beat from Indonesia, yeah, he was 11.
So let's open it.
For just 12 bucks.
And the way you get this radio apart is you hold it just like this on both sides and just push it apart, flip it over in its upright position, and push it off up here at the top. Here's the chassis. As you can see, not much to it at all. The only cap that needs to be replaced is this one right here, and you can see it has stuff oozing out of it. Radios like this are usually a piece of cake to work on. The only drawback is when they have silver migration disease of the IF transformers, which hopefully this one won't develop. If it doesn't, then all I should have to do with this is replace the filter capacitor, and it ought to be good to go. Okay, we're back together. Capacitor's replaced, not quite back together yet. If you're wondering what the alligator clips are for. It's because I still haven't unpacked everything from moving my workbench, and my cheater cords are heaven knows where, so we just have it connected this way. Not bad.
And they gave a shout.
Themselves better for.
We were sitting around and people.
And it just brings to mind both of these radios that we've worked on tonight are lower end radios from the 60s, but it just reminds us that back then lower end didn't automatically equate to a piece of junk. As you can hear, both of these have pleasing tonal quality and fairly decent sensitivity for lower end sets. They're doing some routine checks here. The 180 ohm cathode bypass resistor for the audio output tube is reading 232 ohms, so it's way up in value. I don't have any 180 ohm resistors, but I have 150 ohm, and that'll work just fine. In fact, 150 ohm is usually what's found in this application. The output tube cathode resistor was out of tolerance. The other two resistors you see are 20% resistors, and they were on the borderline, so I just went ahead and replaced them.
Not that they were.
And it has more volume now with the new resistors. One thing I'll mention about this old vintage tube stuff, usually a resistor can be 10,000% out of tolerance and the set will still work to some degree, but it may not work as good as it's capable of working. Now, in a modern piece of Chinese consumer electronics, if a part was that far out of tolerance, there would probably be a chain reaction and some smoke. Okay, this one's done, I hope.
Don't do it. Use your instead of what you see with your.
And once again, it's not dark yet, so we're not going to get a whole lot of DX on these sets.
And unique tread compounds. The new Potenza RE71R is.
If a couple of our athletes. Fourth in the world. We had a chance at winning the gold medal, so Hawaii won it again. France.
Synthetic motor oil. Now just $5.99 a quart of Napa.
Okay.
One offers premium protection for all
There you
cars.
go. That ought to do it.
Not so premium. So
Thanks
give
for
your
watching, and
synthetic just
more to come later.